Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 2 of my new series, FUT Draft Fortunes. Now for those of you that don't know, this is a series where I play the new game on FIFA 16 called FUT Draft, and I basically roll this dice and it tells me which of the options I should get. The rules are all in the description if you don't know already. Let's get on with it. Thank you so much for the support though in the previous episode, that was really appreciated. You guys seem to really like the idea of it. Basically, I have one token which you can get in packs, and you get prizes pretty much. I'm going to use my first and only token at the moment to get my first 5 options. This is actually the pre-release game, so it's the full game I've got. I've got it for 10 hours, which I got with the EA Access thing that you can buy for like a month or 12 months. But let's get on with this, and we're going to hopefully try and roll ourselves a decent formation. I'm not really too sure which I'll be happy with, to be honest. Probably the top one. I'd ideally get a 1 here. And I've got a 6, so for those of you who don't know, the series, a 6 basically means I can pick whichever option I want, and I think, like I was saying, I'm going to go for the 4-3-3 defend, purely because it's got wingers, and that might give us a better chance of getting like Ronaldo or someone. Okay, that is a good start. We've got the new informs, we've got George Best in there, the new legend, we've got Messi, Ronaldo and informed Jonas. Let's forget about Fernandez, whoever he is. I've got to go George Best. He's the new legend. I've got to do it. George Best, didn't you go to our club? Wow, that should be really interesting to play with. We're going to play against some people online this time as well. I was playing against a computer in the demo. But let's get on with this. Wow, the keeper. Let's see who we've got. For those of you that also don't know, I get to choose the captain myself. That's the only one I get to choose myself. That is why I just randomly chose George Best and didn't roll the dice. Let's go with the keeper though, and we're going to roll, hopefully get Petr Cech. I think that'd be nice to try him out. Let's see, and we've got ourselves a 1, so that means we've got Bravo as our keeper. Sadly, that's not Petr Cech, but still decent keeper. Hopefully we can get enough chemistry to kind of make George Best have good link up. And we've rolled ourselves a 1, so that means the next position I choose, which is a centre-back, will be Laporte. So Laporte, I'm probably going to put him on the left-hand side, to be honest, but once I roll the next number for the next centre-back, I'll then change it round, if that makes sense. So those are our centre-backs to choose from, and we've got a 3, so Per Mertesacker. Okay, not expecting him really. 31 pace. Has that gone down? Has that gone down or slightly up? I'm not really too sure. It's still rubbish. But anyway, we are going to go for the right back now. Let's see who we're going to get. Pablo Zabaleta would be nice, but we've got ourselves Maicon, number 1. Again, it's going to be a really interesting build, this one. It's going to be tough, let's put it that way, the way we've started anyway. Let's go for the left back now. And, ooh, Danny Rose, that looks like a good card actually. Let's see what we roll. We get ourselves a 5, which means we get Burnout. Literally the worst start possible. We've got players from all different leagues, other than Bravo and obviously Laporte, who have slight link-ups. But look, we've got ourselves the bench, so it's not a disaster. We've got the bench players also still to try and hopefully get someone decent. I've rolled myself a 5 for the next position, which is going to be the CDMs, which I'll do. And our 5 gets us Thiago Motta. Again, doesn't really give us any sort of link-up except with... actually, no, it doesn't give us any link-ups whatsoever, so that isn't good. And the next CDM we are going to roll, and Combine, that'd be nice to try him out. Would it help us with chemistry? Probably not, or not much. Anyway, we've got this random guy I've never heard of, but to be fair to him, it looks a decent CDM, 82 overall, and decent physical, so... could be an interesting one, and he has a bit of a link-up with Laporte, and obviously George Best has a link-up with any card now. He has an orange link-up anyway. Let's see what it'd be like stopping them around. -3 chemistry, we won't do that then. On to the centre-mid now, and let's see. Schweinsteiger, Iniesta, Marquisio, Cruz. There's loads of decent players there, actually. I'll happily take any of them. And it's 9 Gollum, so... yeah, not ideal, really. It's probably the only one I didn't want, actually, out of the 5. It's not going our way, is it, really, other than the George Best one, which was really good. Let's move on to the left winger now, and let's see what we're going to get. I've rolled a 2, so it's the second one that I get, and that is Gomez. I'm not really missing out on anybody huge there, to be honest. I might Atsu would have been nice to try out, but Gomez is the number 2 there. And yeah, let's see whether he does give us anything else. Doesn't really. Let's swap around these 2, and then we'll swap around Laporte and Per Mertesacker. Gives us a little bit more chemistry. Again, like I was saying before, we've got the bench. It's not that much of a worry. Carlos Tevez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and also inform Jonas as well. But Carlos Tevez would be nice to try out. Wouldn't give us much chemistry, but it would be nice still. I mean, Zlatan, be interesting to see how he is. Wow, this could be a big role. I'd take any of those players, really. But not ideally for some of them maybe not giving me the best chemistry. Look at that. We rolled ourselves a 6. Oh my days, we have rolled ourselves a 6. I can pick any card I want now. Lewandowski wouldn't give us much chemistry. It'd be nice to have him in the team. Again, wouldn't really do us a lot. This is really tough. I really want to try out Zlatan. We've got to do it. Zlatan Ibrahimovic into the team, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how he's going to do. So that is my starting 11. I can change it, but I'm only allowed to choose the bench players. The reserve players get put into the squad automatically by completing it. Let's move on to the bench players now then and see who we've got to choose from. Our keeper. It's not great, is it, really? Let's have a look. We've got ourselves another 6. By the way, if I actually get 3 6s in a row, this is also in the description as well. 3 6s in a row means I get to choose my whole bench by myself. So that's another little rule that wasn't in the last episode, but it was in the description of the last episode, if that makes sense. But I've given myself a 6 there. That's why I've rolled a 6, not giving myself it. And let's see, which keeper do I want the most out of those? It's not really ideal, any of them, to be honest with you. The Getafe keeper looks alright, and I think I'm just going to go with him, to be honest with you. He looks like the best player, really, out of the options that we had. If I roll a 6 here, I can pick the rest of my bench players by myself. That would be brilliant. Can I roll a 6? Oh, I rolled myself a 3. I was so close. And that means I get Ivanovic as my right back, which isn't too bad actually. Maicon has gone out, and we'll put Ivanovic as my right back. Onto the centre back, I'd assume we probably get here. In fact, no, we've got mostly full backs. We've got one centre back with Godin. That'll be quite nice actually. And so Mertesacker, got ourselves a 4, which is Liechtensteiner. Yeah, not great. He's not really going to give us much chemistry, is he, to be honest? If any, he's going to give us less than Ivanovic, so he's not ideal. On to the next player. Shaqiri, wow, this would be nice, actually. I'd happily have any of those players, except probably the last 2. I suppose Shaqiri probably won't be that helpful for us. And we've got ourselves Shaqiri for the bench. Could he? No, he couldn't really. He can't replace George Best, obviously, and he can't really replace the left winger. So we'll move on to the next player that I have to choose from, and Gerrard. That would be nice to try him out. Let's see what we get, though. We can roll the dice, and we got ourselves a 1. Entep. Never heard of Entep whatsoever. Would he get in the team? No, not really, based on chemistry anyway. And let's have a look. Next player, Lukaku. New picture for him. He looks a decent player. Again, wouldn't get into the team due to the formation we're playing in. And got ourselves a 5. That is Jeremy Lenz. That is actually more like it. He's a left winger. Does he help us for chemistry? No, but he's going to start the game. And could do with another Premier League centre mid. That'll be better. Hopefully get that on the reserves. On to the next player. Is this the final player? I think it is. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, it's the final player to choose from. Again, not a great deal of players. We've got ourselves a 2. And that is this German right mid. Never really heard of him, to be honest. Shame I didn't get another striker for the bench. But he won't get into the team, this guy. And we're now just going to complete the squad. And this means it's the rest of the players are assigned automatically for us. Kyle Walker. That is brilliant. We've got ourselves Aaron Ramsey as well. Okay, that is very good. Kyle Walker, obviously for the pace, is going to be in there. And we're going to get rid of Ivanovic. We're also going to stick in Aaron Ramsey, new picture as well. And we're going to replace Thiago Motta. I think I'm going to get this the right way around. Let's see how we do. And then replace it like that. Does that give us better chemistry than before? This is really complicated. Which gives us better chemistry? I think it's going to be that way around. But that means that Lenz doesn't get as much chemistry. Yeah, we're going to go with that just so George Best can have 10 chemistry, basically. And we're going to go now onto the manager, but I'll quickly just do the bench. And I'll be back in a second once I have done that. Okay, so the players are pretty much changed around. Give myself Thiago Motta on the bench, Carlos Vela on the bench also, along with Gamerio, just because we needed a striker really, and you can see the players I've got in my reserves. On to the manager now, and this is another one that we do roll for. I don't get to choose it myself. Ideally, Brendan Rodgers, judging by the other options that we have, which aren't great really, are they? Let's have a look who we get, and it's a 3 for the Italian league manager. Does he give us any chemistry? I think he gave us 1 chemistry, so not really, to be honest with you. They're my top players. Obviously, legend George Best being our best player. And yeah, that is very good. Really happy with that one. Team rating 83. Chemistry isn't great, but you kind of expect that in the FUT draft game mode. And yeah, let's get on with basically trying to play a game. I assume we can play a game anyway. Let's see. Yes, we do play a game here. And we've got obviously Per Mertesacker, the Aaron Ramsey link up. Really happy with that. Let's see who we get. Let's see what team we come up against. And let's see whether Zlatan and George Best can perform for us. First thing I noticed, which is a positive, is that the game manages to find players a lot quicker. We literally found one in about a second of loading, which is incredible, really. Let's play the match. Let's see what sort of FUT draft team they have. It's going to be good. I can feel it. In fact, they've got George Best and Ryan Giggs. And 2 informs. How have they managed that? They've got Petr Cech also. You can see some of the same players have cropped up. That'll probably happen quite a lot in FUT draft. But also they've got legend Ryan Giggs. This isn't going to go well. I've got a feeling. 2 legend midfielders on the wide places anyway. And then we've obviously got the informs in the centre. We've got inform Payet coming up against him. This should be really interesting. It's my first proper game of FIFA 16, I suppose you could say. I've obviously played the demo and the beta, but it has changed since then. So let's see how we get on. Am I in the right camera mode? I've got a feeling that the angle is probably not quite right. Turns out I probably was in the right one. Let's see how Zlatan gets on, though. And can Aaron Ramsey start something down here, actually, with Jeremy Lenz? Let's get Zlatan in the middle. No, that's not what I call a cross. That was awful. What was that? Zlatan is still going. Zlatan, oof, did that take a deflection? It did, it's out for a corner. We're only 8 minutes in here, and already we've had quite a few chances. George Best to take. Come on, let's make it a good one. Oh, Zlatan went up there, probably should have done better, and that's gone out to a wide man, and tried to get it back in, but it didn't work. Go on, Georgie Best, here we go. Down the right-hand side, can he find Zlatan with the cross? Zlatan, go on! Oh no, Cech saves that onto the bar and out for a corner. That was very close. We probably should have done a bit better, to be honest, with that one. George Best to take the corner. And it's got a bit too near the keeper. I couldn't get anybody on the ball, to be honest, there. No, it's Best. Best is still going. Stop him. Go on. No! We've conceded. Who is that scored? I think it's Remy on the other side, is it? Or is this... Yeah, this is Benteke, who's partnering Remy up front. And he's got himself the first goal of the game. It's now 1-0. That's a shame. We've not had too many chances, really. That's probably the best one that they've had. But yeah, they have managed to score it. And we need to find a goal from somewhere now. Zlatan down the line is going to cut inside. Can he find any support here? Oh, he's used the dummy. The runner's a dummy. And Zlatan's still going. Saved by Cech. That's a decent chance for us. On his left foot, though, Zlatan didn't seem as comfortable there. Let's try and get it into the box a little bit more here with Georgie Best. And it won't let me change to Zlatan, I think that was. Oh, no way. What has happened to the defence? Bernat's just been ran past by Remy. And Bernat, can he get there? What a tackle that one is. And it's a fair one as well. And we've stopped them making it 2-0 somehow. And that is it for the first half. We are still losing the game 1-0. I feel we might need a change. Maybe Zlatan isn't quite cutting it up front. He doesn't have loads of pace, and that is a little bit of the issue here. We don't have the most fast team going forward, other than obviously George Best, who I think is fairly fast. Yeah, he is quite fast. And Lenz also is fast, but he's not very good on the ball due to the lack of chemistry he has with other players around us. So we might bring on Carlos Vela, I think. And other than that, I think that's going to be it for now. The team hasn't been playing great, but I still think we've had probably more chances than them to score anyway. So let's see how we get on now in the second half. We're now going to make another change, which could be interesting, let's put it that way. We're going to put Lichtsteiner at centre-back, because Mertesacker really isn't helping us out at all there with his lack of pace. So we're going to put Lichtsteiner there and just see whether he can do us some sort of job there. He's quite fast, so we'll see how he does. But let's see if we can get ourselves a goal now. We really need some more chances. Zlatan's going to lay it off to some random guy, and what a save from Cech. Brilliant stuff. We nearly managed to get ourselves a goal here. Let's try to do something a bit more creative. Let's kick it out onto the edge of the box. Aaron Ramsey maybe to hit this. No, okay, he's beaten Ryan Giggs to it though. A quick 1-2. Oh, that would have been a nice little chance to have there. Zlatan, go on, left foot. Oh, another save by Cech. He's keeping them in it here, Cech. We need to start getting a goal somehow. We're going to just put it in the box now. We've got Zlatan in there, obviously. Laporte's challenging for it, and it gets blocked by the defender and smothered by Cech. Oh, no, shoots, good block, and out by Kyle Walker. He's still got it though. Kyle Walker, oh, pass towards him, and it's tapped into the back of the net by, who is it this time? It's Remy this time. We're losing 2-0 now with 7 minutes to go. It's the passing I hate on this game. It was bad on the beta, and it is certainly bad on Ultimate Team and on the full game as well. But let's see if we can get ourselves a goal down this left-hand side with Vela on the ball now. Inside to maybe Ibrahimovic. Come on, let's move up the pitch. Oh, Josh Best gets tackled. And that is it, we have lost the game 2-0. Yeah, not the greatest ever game that you'll ever see, to be honest with you. We have had quite a few chances ourselves, nothing amazing. A couple of decent saves from Czech. Obviously, I'll get a little bit better at playing once I've played more games. This is my first proper game on the full actual FIFA 16 game that they've given us. So, yeah, it wasn't the greatest, but again, I think we kind of discovered that Zlatan maybe isn't very good on FIFA this year either, like last year as well. So yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. Oh, I've just realised actually, before I go, I've just realised I get some rewards. These are my rewards. I completely forgot about these rewards that you get. Let's open the packs. Let's see what we get to hopefully... I think you can quick sell them. I'm not too sure. You might be able to quick sell them. This is the pack of 13. And it's not great, is it? Not great at all. Yeah, we've got some ex-Arsenal player. It's not massive, it's not amazing really, is it? 1,000 coins, and we can actually quick sell these players, which is good for us, so I can buy myself some more FUT draft tokens, which sadly you do have to pay for, I believe. So 1,800 coins, not interested in any of those players. On to the other packs, we've got the Aguero one on the front this time, and Harry Kane on the next one. Let's see what we get on this one, and it's someone English, Lescott, a new transfer. That's an interesting one. He's not going to be sold for much, is he? Let's be honest, if anything. Again, we got more coins, 4,000 coins on this one. That's brilliant. I think I might have done that on purpose though, considering it is a recently new game that they've obviously brought out. But yeah, that is now 12,000 coins I have to spend, which is excellent, obviously. Chan, I can't see him going for much, but I'll send him into my club. Sorry, we do have obviously Julian Lescott. Again, I'll send him into my club so I can build some sort of Premier League team, I would imagine. Just under 1,000 coins there to get rid of. And Alaba on the front of this one. We are going to skip it. Let's see what we get. 3, 2, 1, skipped. And as you would expect, we get nobody decent in terms of players. Let's have a look. Do we get any more coins? We got the Barcelona badge. It's a little bit better than I think it's the Barnet badge. So, yeah, we'll just go with that one, I think, instead. And that is pretty much it. That is it, like I said before. This is going to be it for this episode. 1,200 coins for all those different packs that I got. But if you have enjoyed this and you do like the idea, then please go hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe as well. It'll be really appreciated. There'll be more of this series as well, FUT Draft Fortunes, along with some career mode videos and things like that. I'm doing an Arsenal career mode and a Leeds United career mode, followed by, obviously, other career modes afterwards once I've done a few seasons with them. And, yeah, go check out my other video on career mode budgets for individual teams, so you guys know how much your favourite teams have on career mode to spend. And that is pretty much it, guys. That is all. That is everything I have for you today on FUT Draft Fortunes. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.